fake.
Tell you what, can we hear something from the album?
Man, let's talk this new Toronto nigga. I can say I'm new Toronto nigga. Talent for talent, you small fry. No, I don't do McDonald's nigga. Niggas see me in the nougat bitch.
Yeah, so the other day, Tory Lanez dropped off 2 songs, For Real, the one I'm about to talk about right now, and I think Unforgettable. I gotta admit, man, Tory Lanez definitely is on point, you know what I mean? I guess he's doing this thing called Fargo Fridays where he's releasing music every Friday, but the production on this, when him and Play Picasso get together, it never fails. You know, the production is there, you know, the lyrics, as far as the content, the melodic flow he uses. And of course, we all know, if you heard the beginning of the record, he responded to when Drake said, all these boys in the new Toronto want to beat me a little, you know. And then as far as the Apple Music interview where he kind of spoke on Tory Lanez in a way, and basically Tory Lanez is basically saying, yeah, me and you do the same thing, but you kind of like fries, and I don't really fuck with McDonald's fries, you know, something to that degree. But besides the Drake shit, this is a solid record. And I always said this about Tory Lanez, that he does do good music. It's just that he needs to separate himself from always getting attention for the music, you know, far as mentioning somebody. Because it reminds me of, sidebar real quick, when T.I. was, you know, beefing with, you know, Alley Boy and them, where it's like, yeah, you do music and everything, but when you get your first number hit record without mentioning me, I could respect it. So it takes away from people actually enjoying the record. Well, at least me, where it's like, I like the song. You know, I did enjoy his last mixtape. I enjoyed the Lost Cause mixtape, but I don't feel like every time you do a song or you do an interview, you mentioning him. It's just like you piggybacking off his success. Like, get your own success without having to mention somebody. You know, nevertheless, the song is tough. The song is dope. I don't really like the second joint, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, Tory Lanez is a good artist. I'm not taking nothing from him. The production on this record is incredible. You know, it's just definitely a dope record. I can say I am anticipating his new album, because I just want to see what, you know, he brings to the table as far as, you know, the sound of Toronto, I guess, but some would say he's from Brampton, not really from Toronto. Whatever the case may be, he's not really from, you know, our country. You dig? So I just want to see what he go bring to the table. But doing music like this shit is hard, bro. Like, I was listening to this when I first seen it. I'm like, let me check this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not no fucking Drake stan. I like a lot of artists. And Tory Lanez is an artist that I always did like, even before I knew he was like really from Toronto and everything, or Canada, whatever you want to call it. His first couple mixtapes, I thought it was cool. You know, the first him and DJ Drama mixtape was cool, but when it got to Lost Cause, I just think that's where I was like, okay, this nigga's a problem. He's pretty dope. You know what I mean? And then so forth and so on, we get up to the point where we at now with the new Toronto mixtape, and he dropped the other mixtape the same day. And I just feel like, you know, he got talent, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, let the talent speak for itself. You know what I mean? Stop trying to be so, I'm better than him. You know, what he do, I do it better. You know, that shit is over with, it's old. And, you know, I'm here to take over. Anybody who's number one, I'm coming for their spot. Well, if you're coming for their spot, let the work, you know, prove it. You know what I'm saying? So it just seems like success is something that he's kind of obtained. And, you know, superstardom, he's not really there yet. But at the end of the day, you know, everybody as an artist take L's, you know what I mean? He's took a few. If you've been following his career, he done some questionable shit. But at the end of the day, can he make songs? Yes. You know what I mean? He did have one song, I forget the name of it, that did end up on Billboard charts, and that's cool. But at the end of the day, I want to see what this album is like. Mixtapes and songs are cool, but it all counts when you get your first album in stores, and that's where we'll see if you will fail or succeed. But for this record, for real, I fuck with it, for real. You know what I'm saying? But y'all let me know what y'all think about the record. I had to talk about it because this shit was fire. I gotta admit, he got one. This kind of is a good record, you know, in my personal opinion. But all right, y'all, one.